Welcome back. We're talking about the healthcare situation in Nigeria and how to get it better vis-a-vis the monkeypox situation. But hey, we've moved beyond monkeypox now. Is how do we ensure that results or diagnosis or observations from the local government area are utilized before they get to the state, before they get to the federal government, before they even go outside of the country. You were talking about me going to my village and then the report from the health epidemic, what do you call it now? The surveillance officer in the local government area. Yes. How does that work?
Okay, so every week, so naturally, the surveillance information or data or health information starts naturally from the health facility. So that's part of the reason we always preach that please go to the hospital. The idea of going to the hospital is not just so you get care, but also so that the disease surveillance system can start following up whatever you brought to the hospital. If, for instance, we start recording 700 cases, a certain number of even diabetes, if it is not being recorded, then the surveillance system is blind to the situation. So when a person walks into the health facility, the data that is collected there, the surveillance officers at the local government level, they will pick this data every week. They will run a summary, know the amount of cholera they recorded this week. There are some diseases we call the priority diseases. There are about 42 of them. So they will put all of this summary together and send it up to the state government.
What if I mean, just a quick one. When you say health facility in the local government, which health facility? Is it the public health facility or the private health?
No, both public and private. But the situation we're having now, which I know is the same in Lagos and almost across the country, is that private facilities do not always cooperate with this system. So public hospitals will naturally report because they are bound to report, but private facilities do not always report.
So we're back to that issue of the question I asked you about the healthcare practitioners,
yes,
the information they get,
yes,
how did they use it,
exactly,
how do they even share it?
Right. So what we are trying to do now is, can we start encouraging utilization of that data? Because if data is not utilized, you ask myself, why am I sharing this information? I give you, it doesn't return back to me as a summary of data, or this is the situation. So we are saying, okay, when the data is collected, as we are sharing it vertically to the state, also look at generating like a simple summary for the people in the community to let them know this is what is happening, even if it's going to be a monthly summary. There are a lot of platforms for gathering community members routinely. It could be monthly community gathering, it could be weekly, but quarterly might be too much.
Okay.
So they share this information. So one of those things we are doing in Lagos is we put this into like a mobile application. So every week, local governments are able to now put that messaging in an app that community members can now see.
Okay.
And the states can do the same, and then we can happen at the national level.
I understand we have to go in the next few... I'm coming. We have to go in the next few minutes. So I'll just read this so that you give your closing statement and we're out. First is Akingbewa says, the outbreak of monkeypox in Nigeria is a manifestation of the decay in our healthcare system. Time to go back to the days of routine vaccination to boost the declining immunity of Nigerians. He says, animal lovers and those who live with pets in Nigeria must take extra care and be vigilant to spot any signs of monkeypox in their pets or animals. So as we wind down.
Well, I think the general thing is for us to adopt primary care as a cornerstone of the care delivery in Nigeria, ensure that it is fully and honestly implemented, because the concept of primary care is to look generally and broadly on the issue of health education and health promotion, is to look broadly at the issue around vaccination for vaccine-preventable diseases. Monkeypox is not part of the routine immunization in Nigeria because, of course, routine immunization are done for common diseases that are, endemic to us and are very, vaccine-preventable, and making sure that diseases are diagnosed early and we treat as early as possible, because, of course, treatment is a major preventive strategy. I mean, once you are able to treat, the person is not able to transmit disease to other people. So the jackboot approach, what I call the emergency approach, isn't working. We need to begin to adopt what I call a system approach, using systems thinking.
Okay.
And so if you focus on the systems broadly, even when you have diseases emerging, your system will have prepared you to, one, pick it as early as possible and allow local surveillance officers who are able to pick the disease to also take decisions locally. We don't have to go to Abuja and then come back, the time factor to come back. And so the middle level managers for health system need to be trained and retrained to take responsibility and make decisions that will make us work across Nigeria simultaneously.
Dr. Asibon.
Yes, he has dwelled a lot on primary health care. We are doing that already very well in Cross River. But I'd also like to add that this state health insurance scheme is the way to go. That's what everybody's talking about right now. The World Bank actually adjudged Cross River State as having the best health insurance law in Nigeria. It's called Ayade Care. It's just all about getting everybody, every resident and citizen of Cross River State to have universal health coverage, because we're talking universal health coverage as one of the Sustainable Development Goal targets, Goal 3, Target 8. And now in Cross River State, there's something innovative we're trying to do, getting the health to the people at home. So it's actually called Ayade Home Health, because you could have this health insurance and the people don't even come to access the health care. So we have mobile clinics that we actually get health care to the people at home. We talk about prevention and public health, because there's no vaccination for monkeypox. The person talking about vaccination, no. It's about public health activities, it's about awareness, it's about prevention, it's about getting sure that the people at home get the services that they really need.
I'm sorry, but I need to ask you this. There used to be this maternity along the Diba Road, opposite the courts and the police station. Is it working? Is it functional now?
Yes, that maternity is one of our revitalized primary health care centers. You know, the federal government is talking about revitalization of primary health center. So it's actually a primary health center, okay, and it's a maternal and child health center. So it's one of the revitalized ones by the Cross River State government.
Dr. Bakari.
The concept of reforms of health systems should not be left in the hands of government. I want to start from there, which is that even every citizen of Nigeria needs to realize differently that, look, government can set up health facilities and people don't utilize it. Government can put in place initiatives and people don't utilize it. Let people first start looking out for these things. Look out for yourself, look out for your family, and utilize government institutions. Now, the other part is the idea of the failure of systems is what led to monkeypox. Our health system is not perfect, and it is quite far from it. But the idea of monkeypox is America got a case of monkeypox, West Nile, when they were not fully prepared for it. It spread across the country, but later they made serious progress in ensuring that doesn't happen in the future. I think the monkeypox incident that we've got, we've not even confirmed anyways, is not a situation of failed health systems or not. This happened because it would happen. What we are, however, requesting is a stronger health system that is able to at least implement some of the processes that is put in place properly. We have the likes of IDSR, the concept of primary health care, whatever model, I know that reforms, but whatever model of primary health care system, let us implement it to the point where we can confidently say that, look, if you come to Nigeria, we are implementing this version of primary health care to this quality point. And then the final thing I'd like to say is technology is giving us opportunity to do a lot more today. I think our government and institutions can also embrace technology. It helps to bring out some of the cost implication of these things. And it creates access to the citizens. Thank you.
Thank you. We've been speaking with two commissioners of health from Cross River and Ogun State, Dr. Inyang Asibong and Dr. Tunde Ikbaye. Thank you both for sharing your thoughts. And Dr. Lawal Bakari, Chief Executive Officer of Epid Alert, formerly Ebola Alert.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all for sharing your thoughts with us. So as we back, please don't go away.